Okay, so today we're going to work on the Gravely 48 and the Toro 36 to start to get ready for the season. It's roughly mid-February, and we will be starting our season in about 3 or 4 weeks, and it'll be wide open by the end of March. So we got to get ready, get the blades ready to go, check the belts, the oil, and that kind of thing. So that's what we're going to do today. I also been working on this little RV for my daughter. She said when she in the summer, after she gets out of college for the summer, she's going to want to do a little traveling and camping. So I might take some videos of this, but I've got I'd say probably 3/4 of it done. I even got the cabinets built and that kind of thing. So we're just going to work on this slowly. Hopefully sometime this spring I'll have it done, and I'll maybe give you some updates on it. Okay, so I guess first things first, let's get started. The first one we're going to work on is this Toro. It's the Turbo Force 36. I don't know the model number to this, but we've had it for I think 2 years, and it's actually the best cutting mower that we have. And I don't know if it's because of the size of the motor compared to the size of the deck, which is just 36, or what. But, however, the stance of it, the smaller tires in the front and back, it tends to get stuck everywhere. It like grabs things from the lower end here and just gets hung up all the time. And then the deck you can't really adjust the deck. You only can adjust it with these pins and these little, I don't know, little spacers here. They go on top or the bottom. And the back, there's only like a one or two position on the bolts. I think you got to move that around. So it's not really conducive to doing really high, tall like fescue. It's more like for Bermuda, because you can really get this thing low and it does cut really well. So we're going to get started doing some maintenance on this guy. Get him ready for, I guess, be mid-March. So we got about a month. We'll probably do the blades, check and change the oil, check the belts, that kind of thing. All right. Okay, so the next one we're going to work on today is our Gravely Pro Stance 48. This is pretty much a really good mower. It's got the big tires, the front and back, so you can go over curbs and whatever you need to, no problem. The deck is probably one of the better decks as far as discharge. It really comes out of there. Like when you're into a little bit more wet grass or whatnot, it does a much better job than the Toro Turbo Force, but that cuts as good or better than this. But it really, the deck is just fantastic. And it's not even, the horsepower on this Kawasaki isn't even as big as you can get. I think it's like a 21, the 730V. I think it's a 21 horsepower, but the only problems we've had, it's got about 600 hours on it. The only problems we've had is this this little safety switch on this lever. Gives us problems once in a while, but other than that, it's been really good. So we'll change the oils, we'll check the blades. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to either replace or sharpen all the blades, and we'll get into that once we get them off. Okay, I guess we'll get started. Hey, how'd it go?
Oh, it went well. It looks a lot nicer back there now. It's all blown off too.
Oh yeah. Let me redo that. There we go. There. Light it there. I figure I don't know. I'm sure these blades are trash. So I'm thinking we'll probably get some new blades for this sucker, but I'll at least get them on. But that one we might be able to sharpen. I don't know. I haven't seen them.
You're taking these off?
Yeah. Are they pretty bad?
Mm-hmm.
We could sharpen them.
I've seen much worse. Oh, there's a bunch of them.
This will ruin this one. And then you got the oil and stuff for this?
Yeah.
What about for that one?
I've got oil for it. I don't have a filter.
Well, we don't use that as much, so you could.
It hasn't been
that long, so you could probably just change the oil and leave the filter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That middle one needs to come off at the very least. There's a bunch of twine in there.
Okay.
It turned into plastic.
Yeah. That came right out, didn't it?
Yeah.
Usually they are a little tougher than that.
They used to be.
Yeah. Those are those. What does Gus call those? They're like the gold. What are they? Carbon fiber or something blades.
Carbon fiber.
You know, everyone likes to hear
The
that.
carbide?
Carbide.
Is that what they are?
Something.
Look at that.
Let's look at them. This one's always the worst on this side too. I mean, it's actually not that bad.
I don't think it's been that long since we put those on there.
We could just
The other ones were completely.
we could clean up the edge on this. Let's do that. Those have been off in a while.
No.
Let me see that one.
Longer bolts than I thought.
What's going on?
Captured?
I don't know. I don't even remember ever looking at these blades.
I don't think we ever even had them off.
Are they captured? I like that. Looks
Alright.
like they are. Well, that's something, isn't it?
It is something. Can you take the,
Well, there's
Oh, I know why. Because this is part of the adjustment on this thing. I remember reading about it.
you adjust.
There's spacers for the blades.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
Whoa. Well, there's another negative thing about this mower. Is that a bearing?
Yeah. Bearing spacer. I don't know why. It's not really doing any bearing. Unless it's on this. Still don't think it's really doing any bearing.
Huh. Well, that is interesting. We should probably just get a new set of blades for this.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are trash.
They're really bad.
Let me see it. Yeah. Yeah, those are trash.
They're not the same as the ones that we bought by accident, are they?
No. Do they look like they're okay?
They feel a little crunchy, but I still don't think they do anything. It's not to prevent them from getting super rusty.
Yeah. I'll get the other one. Why not? I guess. Never seen anything like this before. Should probably grease these when we put these bolts in there. Grease them.
Yeah. Grease the whole thing.
Yeah, this one's a little crunchier. No, I guess it's not bad
They haven't spun since they've been on there.
though. Yeah, they probably have. Let's see if these are the Chinese ones or the Timkins are the good ones, right?
Yeah. I like the Timken ones.
No, it says China right on there.
It does. It might not even be, they might not have come on there. Somebody might have just had some, lost the
Yeah.
spacers and had these.
Right.
Greased.
Oh, that feels great. There like that. Then we got to take this in. Toro. This actually has a part number on it. You just need two of these, right? You want me to drain that oil in that other one, the back, this one?
Is it a little one? Yeah. It should be warm.
Yeah, I just pulled them in here, so they were. Did you see where that oil pan went that was here?
The yellow one?
It got dragged somewhere. I see the oil dripping all over.
Oh no, I was wondering what that was. I saw that gob of something, and
Yeah.
I saw oil everywhere.
And that oil pan. I wonder if Gus. Do you think Gus took it?
It's possible.
Because it used to live over here. Well, I did put it under there just because I was being lazy, and I didn't want to put it back.
And then it got.
And then it got gone.
No, I didn't do it. I don't know. It looks like somebody snuck in here and stole the oil pan.
Well, it's full of oil, so someone had to do something with it. Carl's in Yuma.
He made it?
Yeah,
Is he happy about it?
I guess. Let me see if I can get this oil to go into something, some type of receptacle. Darn. Okay, there we go. I guess most of it's going in there. This around here. That thing is not tight though. Guess what I can do? Does this thing come off here? Yeah, it sure does. Okay, we got that. Probably clean that up. Yeah, clean that seal up. A little brake clean. There we go. Clean this up. Go right down in that pan. There we go. So I just want to take a minute and talk to you about blade anatomy and how these things work. And there's a lot of misconceptions about mower blades. And the first misconception is that this edge has to be like sharp like a knife. And that's just not the case. Not to say that it doesn't have a nice sharper edge when you buy them new, but the real work goes into this edge right here. It's got kind of, I would say, probably about a 45-degree angle. I don't know the exact, but you can kind of see right there. And what happens is when the grass comes and hits the blade, it bends over like this and then snaps off. So basically it's a bend over and then snap it off right at that corner, almost like you're creasing a piece of paper. Really nice where this hits, and then when you spread the two pieces apart, it just folds over and just gives way at that weak spot. So that's basically what it's doing. It's making it weak here, and since it's going so fast, it hits that angle and then just snaps off. And then this part right here is the vacuum. When this is spinning at a high rate of speed, I don't know, 1,000 tip speed, 18,000 tip speed, this little ramp here causes it to vacuum. So it vacuums all the grass straight up in the air, hits this and snaps off. So as long as this angle is pretty good on a commercial mower at the minimum, you're gonna have a nice cut. So if you can keep that going really well, that's good. Sometimes if you wait too long, these little ramps here get really worn down from sand and that kind of thing, and that causes the vacuum not to be that, that powerful. Here's one of our older blades, and you can see, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's kind of like worn off to the edge here. There's not much ramp here, and there's not much angle here anymore. So these were definitely ready to go. You can tell that this has three little ramps here for the suction, and it helps grind the, it's called a mulching blade. Helps grind the blades or the cut grass a little bit more. And so when these go and this is gone, it's time to get new blades. You can try to sharpen this, and it probably might work for just a short period, but on commercial mowers, you really need to have a nice cut for the 1,000 oil going in. There's 500 more. Well, this thing should be happy this year.
Yeah.
Not that it ever wasn't, except for it's the worst design mower ever.
It's the most
Complicated.
to adjust, but it's definitely the most stout mower I've ever used.
I just don't.
There's nothing on a hinge, it's just on the ground, rigid.
Yeah.
It would be perfect if you had like a relatively large yard and you were a homeowner and you wanted a nicer mower.
But it says commercial.
Or if you kept it on the grounds of whatever you were cutting with it.
Yeah.
Like if you had to do school property and you were the school maintenance crew.
Right.
You just had this thing ready to go. You use it for thousands of hours. And never have to adjust it. Always ready.
All right, so that one's pretty much oil changed. This one,
Did it say the level was good?
I didn't check it. I thought you would check it.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Maybe use another splash, but it's in the range.
This one's still draining.
Yeah, it'll take another 2 days.
Do you want to go get the blades for that?
Sure.
All right, let's put some oil in this sucker. I think this is... I'll put in 1,800 milliliters. This is the way to get it. I don't know if you guys change a lot of oil, but we bought like that. I don't know how many gallons that is. It's gotta be 2.5, maybe 2.5 gallons. Oil. It comes in a box and a spout, kind of like the wine, the box wine. It's really kind of cool. Right there. That box right there. It's got that spout. I love it. It's got that little spout. You just twist that and it comes out of there nice. Let's get back. Let's check this out. I guess we got to put those blades back on too. Let me get this oil stuff out of the way here. Put the mower down a little bit. There's that. I should start it and then check the oil. It's probably gonna get a little low. Actually, that's pretty good. Well, it is right there. That's where it's supposed to be. Perfect. All right, now we just got to put the blades on. So we checked these bearings out. These bearings were on the back side underneath between the blade and the spindle, and we can't really figure out what or how they work. But in any case, I've never seen that before. If you want to tell me what it does, because it doesn't seem to actually do bearing things. It just rests up there almost like a spacer. Tyler had mentioned it might have something to do with when you impact something, hit something hard, that this acts as just a stop from breaking things. So, having said that, this mower officially, I've decided, is the least most commercial. And what I mean by that is you can't adjust the deck without doing, 35 minutes worth of work. You can't change the blades without taking the spindle bolts all the way out. It has weird bearings, but it cuts really nice, like beautiful. It doesn't like to go over things because it gets caught on just the smallest things, and you got to like push down on this and twist it around and this and that. But it is commercial, but it shouldn't be. If they were to get rid of that Kawasaki, put a Briggs and Stratton, change these, the gauge of steel to something a little bit lighter, this would be a perfect residential walk behind. But we use it for, behind fences and things like that, and it works out good. But yes, it is the worst commercial, but it's still good. So if you're looking for one of these, you probably get one of those. One of these or one of those. I'm sure there's a, $10,000 difference between the hybrid stand behind or that, but I don't know. I'm just letting you know. All right. Let's get that filter off. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Get this in the air. Move this around a little bit. Okay, what we need is a piece of cardboard. Put this right around that filter and let it go down into this oil. Because they always make it so that oil goes everywhere except for where it should. Apparently. Oh, perfect. Okay. I'll put this right here. There, that works out good. Fragile. Let me get a rag. Let me get a rag. There we go. Put this in there. There we go. Let's surface up a little bit. Okay. Let's see if we can get see if we got that new filter somewhere. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up around the shop here while I wait for Tyler to get back with those blades. But if you don't live in the south or in this zone, we live in zone number 7, and they've got gumballs and these gum trees. These are what fall from the trees, and look how many there are. This is like hard, and it's prickly. These are the worst trees ever, and they just like let me see here. There's a gum tree right there. That's a gum tree. I know you can't really tell because there's no leaves on it, but they litter thousands, tens of thousands of these things. So let's clean these up while we wait for Tyler to get back. Well, you can see what a disaster those things are. Look, I got a whole another acre all the way around that corner, all up over there, and this comes down for a while. And this has only been maybe a couple weeks since they really started coming down. But look, just did a little bit of the yard back here. Look at this. Look at this big old pile. And they're just terrible. If it was up to me, I'd eradicate these gumball trees. Goodbye, gumballs. Rotate them across. Where's the gun? You want to just throw the gun? Do the...
Throw it?
I mean, not throw it, but
I can throw it.
tighten those suckers down. Yeah, that should be good.
Missing a bolt.
We are?
Yep. Gone. Is that it?
No. There it is. My brother bought me a 15/16.
Really?
Yeah. Because he needed it for his mower.
Oh, yeah?
And so he's like, you can have it because I'm not going to ever use it again.
It'll go to 100 on that. A little under 100. Full tilt.
Is that a
Motor
number one?
Yeah.
That's what I did for Carl's tires. Is that okay?
Yeah, it should be.
Because number two was like...
2 is way too much.
Yeah,
1
like-
is just enough, most likely. You might need to try and tighten it again, but maybe not. Aluminum wheels are supposed to tighten and then retighten.